When I was teaching art at UCLA, one of the students was just couldn't start. And I said, why? And ultimately it came to, she was afraid of making a mistake. She was afraid of it was the fear of failure. And so I had her to break the ice. I said, okay, let's do an abstract expressionistic drawing, that we're doing with oil pastels. So real easy, you just grab it and you draw with it. And so I said, draw the fear. And he said, wait, what? And I said, pick two colors that represents your fear, intuitively, no right or wrong. It's not going to be a bright yellow or something, it'll probably be a dark gray color. She says, yeah, and then she went picking up. And if they're still too bright, color one color over the other so it makes it more gray. But anyway, fill this drawing with your fear and anxiety of failure. What does that feel like? No, it doesn't have to be a recognizable image. Just scribble in that color. Is it delicate lines? Is it mad? What is it? And so it really broke the ice. There was no right or wrong in it. As a matter of fact, draw it with your opposite hand. Then you really have excuses, no failure. There's no such thing as failure. It's just put this down. Okay, and do this in 2 minutes. Don't even think, go, And so she picked two colors that were the ugliest colors she could think of and just drew out her anger, expressed her anger and her frustration and her anger at herself for having frustration and all that. So it was this muddy, dark gray colored little slashes of red for the anger and so on. I mean, she was just doing it intuitively. And afterwards, we held it up, and as an abstract expressionistic drawing, it was really interesting. There was tremendous energy coming through that thing. And I said, do 10 of them. Don't even think. Just go at it. Do what you feel. And gradually, her fear and anxiety turned out to be a little more of anger. Okay, anger, there's movement, whereas before she was in despair and frustration. No, there's hardly any movement, so the drawing came out almost like solid gray. But then when it came to anger, the next ones, they were like, a lot of movement and vicious strokes and like that. And eventually, it came out to be more pleasant things. She was just feeling good at expressing, still no recognizable images. But by now, it was wonderful. Really beautiful series of abstract expressionistic drawings. You can do that yourself. Just break the ice. Draw with your opposite hand. No right or wrong.